Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to be talking about a very big shift that's currently happening in Barrie. A shift that has slowly been happening over the last few years, but now is more apparent than it ever has been ever since COVID started. And that shift is buyers coming up from Toronto and purchasing in Barrie, which easily and arguably can be one of the main reasons why prices and properties have appreciated so quickly in such a short amount of time in Barrie and the surrounding area. But just how many new families, individuals, or investors have come to Barrie? Well, I don't have that answer because as far as I know, it's not an active statistic that somebody is tracking. But in this video, we're gonna take 10 randomly selected and recently sold listings, and we're gonna look at the cooperating brokerages, specifically where the buying brokerages are located, which is gonna give us a pretty good idea whether the buyers were local or out of town. If you're new here, what's up? My name's Andre. I make real estate related videos on this channel. Check them out if you like this one, and don't worry, you don't have to thank me for this one, but time code is down below if you want to skip ahead. So here's our criteria. In the last 30 days between the price points of $450,000 to $800,000, we're gonna do Simcoe County and Barrie only, and the only other parameter is going to be freehold. So we're only looking at freehold properties. 72 sales in the last 30 days, so actually let's trim that down to 15 days. 16, perfect. Out of the 16, let's randomly select 10 here, and those are going to be our listings that we're going to look at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect, those are going to be our listings. Got it. All right, so here we have 10 randomly selected listings that have sold in the last 15 days. How many of these are gonna be Toronto buyers? Let's make a counter here, local and out of town. And on a quick note, I just wanna say that Toronto and out of town, I'm grouping those together because 90% of the people moving up to Barrie are coming from Mississauga, Oakville, the GTA, and Vaughan is kind of including that list as well. Anything local is Barrie, Innisfil, Newmarket, Orillia, Angus, and Simcoe County. That's kind of the classifying terms here. I'm not going to display each listing here, but this is what I'm looking at. It's a condensed version of an MLS listing so that everything kind of fits in one page. If you scroll down to the bottom, you see two things. You have the listing brokerage, which in this case is the Ferris Team Real Estate Brokerage, a local brokerage, and then you see here buying brokerage, which is Sutton Group Realty Systems Incorporated. And if we just quickly go to Google and see Sutton Group Realty Systems, Toronto and Mississauga, so that's 1 point for the out-of-town buyer. Let's knock these listings out here. Next we have Percentage Realty, and it looks like the salesperson did the sell and the buy in this case, but a point goes towards the home team. Listing number 3 comes in for non-member brokerage. Now what this means, and we see this quite often, but the cooperating brokerage or salesperson does not have a license with the Barrie Real Estate Board. 99% of the time they have a license with the Toronto Real Estate Board instead, but either way it means that they are an out-of-town agent and an out-of-town brokerage. Another point for the out-of-town team. Now listing number 3, we have Sutton Group Elite Realty Systems, that is also Toronto. Down again we have non-member brokerage yet again, another point for the out-of-town buyers. Now we have Keller Williams Experience Realty Brokerage, so that is a local brokerage. We worked with them before, they're awesome. Another point to the home team, but the next we have Remax Gold Realty, that's out of town. After that we have non-member brokerage and then non-member brokerage again. And that brings us to our final listing. The score is 7-2. The home team is down 5 points, but they still have a chance to end it off on a strong note here. I'm gonna go super slow, but it looks like the listing brokerage is Peggy Hill Realty. That's a local brokerage, and the buying brokerage is non-member again. So out of these 10 randomly selected listings, 8 are out-of-town buyers and 2 are local buyers. That is pretty crazy, and it just shows a sample of the huge shift that's currently going on in the Barrie real estate market. For reference, I looked up the sales statistics for June to July 2019, and out of 10 randomly selected listings 2 years ago, only 1 was an out-of-town buyer and the other 9 were local. That means 8 completely new families, individuals, or investors in just the last 15 days are gonna be moving to Barrie. And I actually have a small confession to make. There is a potential small margin of error in this video. I'm assuming in this case that out of those 2 local buying cooperating brokerages, the buyers are local residents that chose to use a local realtor. But as we know, and we've worked with before and are currently working with now, we have clients that are from the city and they're using us as local realtors because we know the neighborhoods and markets a little better to purchase in this area. So potentially and very likely one or both of those local cooperating brokerages or buyers could have been working with out-of-town or city clients. And here's the deal. If the YouTube algorithm likes this video and it gets enough views, I will make a video where I call these two agents and ask them exactly where their clients came from so that we could have a complete and total wrap to this video and know exactly out of 10 listings, how many are out-of-town or Toronto buyers. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week, Friday at 7.